Hi everybody, I hope you had a lovely Sunday. Tonight I'm just going to paint something. I'm not too sure what yet, so I hope it comes out right and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's see what happens. Okay, there I've got my canvas in. Have you guys ever sat in front of a canvas not exactly knowing what you want to do? Sometimes it's better just to see what happens. The question that I've always been wondering is, what do you see as art? I'm not talking about art critics or anything like that. I'm just talking about you as an artist. What do you feel is art? Because what I've seen is that mostly everybody, when they speak about what they feel as art, is when they've achieved, say, like a realism. Take that for instance. Whenever somebody they want to paint realistic and they want to be the best in that, and when they achieve that, then they do have the feeling that that is the ultimate art because it's perfect. It's what would you say? It's they've achieved perfection. They've achieved whatever they set out to get something represented as it is in life. And then when you talk to somebody like that likes abstract art, they would say art is when you can put your feelings on the canvas, and when you've achieved that freedom or anything like that, then that is true art. So what do you see? What do you classify as art? What I think is that everything that you create, doesn't matter what you paint, if it's abstract, fine art, if it's even a child's drawing, it's still art. It is still created, you know? As long as it is what you enjoy. If you do not enjoy it, if you're just doing something to please somebody else, I don't think that's art. I really don't. Because then I don't want to do that. If you create something that somebody else forces you into a style or that, you are not doing it because you love it. Only when you love it, I think it's art then. I think I went too far with this. Maybe I'll just move it up a bit. I'm actually just busy now with buff titanium to see. I tend to do people faces because that's what I love. And I would like to say thank you to Lael from Artistic Mind. She gave me a shout out today and I do appreciate it. She's a wonderful person. So you guys, she does a lot of live videos, streams and that, and you can really do yourself a favor and go check her out. Check out her channel. And she had very wise words on today's live feed about what is being afraid. What does it mean? So if you want to see what she said, just go and have a look. I'll drop the link below as soon as I am done here. Don't know if I'll finish the painting tonight, but I like to finish a painting in one sitting. It just gives me, I normally paint what I feel, so this is just a rough outline of an idea, and it might change again, might not. Today was a quiet day. It was nice. Sundays are normally nice. Spend it with family and friends and just relax a bit. Spending it with the kids. Went to go visit my mom a bit. It was great. Yeah, I think this. I don't know. Maybe I want to do a bit, change the head a little bit more. Go more there. Have you guys ever had like an artist block? What do you do when you get that? Do you just start to scribble around? Do you wait for inspiration, or do you force the inspiration, you know? What would you say is the best way to get out of a artistic block? And what do you do when your artwork just doesn't want to work out? Do you leave it for the day and try another day, or let's see what happens here. What I'm going to do with palette knife today or not. I'll see how it goes and what happens. I do have a very loose style of painting. So those of you that have watched my channel, I think you've seen that. And I am not very technically correct most of the times. But that is how I paint and what I do. And I do like my bright colours. I really do. Here in South Africa, it's about 10:30 now. So nice and quiet, families sleep again. Everybody's working tomorrow. Luckily, with being an artist, if I want to work 12 o'clock at night, it's fine. You know? I hope you guys can see what it is I'm doing here. This is just, let's see, what's the name? It's a very dark purple. Dioxazine purple. I do like it. It's very dark, but I think on the screen it actually shows blue. So now I'm just having fun with it. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself if you haven't seen previous videos. I am a South African girl, or woman, female, whatever you want to call. Born in Durban a long time ago. Moved around a bit, lived in different places in South Africa, and I've been painting since about say 1989, 1990, around about there. What else? Yeah, when I was in primary school, they said, no, please put down, don't ever do art, don't ever touch a pencil again. Then when I went to high school, I actually did art, and I had a great teacher, Mr. Barry Percival. And he gave me this love. He let me be who I am, you know? He didn't try and force you into a certain way of thinking. He taught you the basic principles as they should. Oh, this face really looks like a zombie face at the moment, but it'll be fixed, don't worry. But yeah, he gave me a love for painting, taught me to look at the world a bit differently, and after that, different teachers that I had, they had their own different unique things that they taught me. But what I have found that is a lot of teachers want you to paint or draw exactly like them. And if you do not do that, I don't think that you can be an artist. So for many years I was actually painting things that I didn't really like, I didn't really want to do, more realistic, more the norm. You know, and there's nothing wrong with it, but if it's not what you love, then don't do it. And only here by 2016 I actually picked up the palette knife and started painting. And hi Lale, how are you? Yeah, the same problem with people, you know, where they want you to just paint the way they want you to paint. It's terrible, you know. And I think, unfortunately, most of us, it takes many years before you get that freedom of, oh, well, what the hell, I'm going to do what I want. No? Oh, that's good. It looked nice and sunny there by you guys this afternoon. I'm fine. Just getting cold here in South Africa. Really cold. Although it's not winter, really. I think it's more autumn now. Our seasons has moved on a bit. But yeah. What am I going to do here? But just to be able to say, well, this is who I am. Hi Chrissy, how are you? Thanks for joining. Is it getting windy there now? Shame. Aren't you guys supposed to be in summer now? Or spring or something like that? But you're always different then. A little bit chilly. Now I've got the feather duvet on the bed and everything already. So I'm just roughing out an idea here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it smooth. Got sunburned. Oh, Chrissy. Did you make a video of your outdoor painting? Rain is good. You do need the water. Like here in Cape Town, we went there December and it was so dry, you know, and you had to ration your water. Christy has gone to Birmingham. Why? What's she doing there? For a visit? I think that's going to be something else. Oh no! That would have actually been a good film, Christy. See, plein air painting. What you going to do then, Birmingham? I missed that now, but... Ah, that's sweet. It is always good to spend time with your family. No? It really is starting to look like a mummy or something being wrapped up. Yeah, well. Your memory isn't bad, Chris. It's just that we're busy. Use that as an excuse. We're busy. We've got a lot of things to think about. Yeah, as I was saying, when we went to Cape Town in December, we had to take like something like 90-second showers because that's that. You're not allowed to use a lot of water, and you had to recycle everything and reuse it. I was very dry. It's a little bit better there now, but still not over everything. Yeah, I've got an idea. And I have seen many photos of people looking out of windows or anything, so I'm going to try something like that. Maybe it'll change. We'll see as it goes along. So I am giving the idea of a window pane here. I'm not sure if the person's going to look happy or sad yet. Probably look into the distance. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what the painting tells me, where it wants to go. I think I don't know if you guys know this, Pabeo. I recently found it, and it's actually a very nice oil paint because it dries a bit faster and it's got the same thickness that you want. Oh, thanks, Leia. I try my best. But yeah, this paint is it's very nice. It's not as expensive here in South Africa as Winsor & Newton, so but it's not a cheap paint either, but it's a very nice paint. And I do love the turquoise. That and phthalo blue is probably my most favorite colors, and I've probably got it in 90% of my paintings that I've got the phthalo blue. And I think that was ever since, especially phthalo blue, has been since I started painting. No, Chrissy, everybody's just different. Nothing is better or worse. And you must stop putting yourself down. You're a great artist. Really. What? Am I doing something wrong? Well, you're a wonderful artist, Chrissy. Really. Thanks. It still looks like a zombie to me. Maybe because I've been watching The Walking Dead a lot these days. My son hates this sound of the scraping against the canvas with a palette knife. It's probably almost like scraping against a chalkboard. I don't know. Then you must show us some of the art that you do in your own time. It would be interesting to see. Yeah, me too. Yes, everybody is different, like Lael said. Oh, I think there I want another colour. Let's see. Maybe an orange. Very, don't know. Let's see what other colours I've got here. Maybe very green. Yeah. Oh yes, and I love this colour as well. Bright green. Okay. On my screen it actually looks yellow now, but it is like a very bright green. Very nice. And as you can see, I do work in the bigger tubes because yeah, I use a lot of paint with a palette knife. A lot. Do you guys, when you did oil painting, did you use something like alkyd or not? To dry the paint faster. Not. Yes, palette knife painting is quite expensive, but it's fun. Well, for me it is. So, I've given a few palette knife classes, but that's just for beginners and that, just to give them a few techniques about what to do with a palette knife. And I like that, just to give the basics, because I don't want to tell people how to paint. No? With a palette knife you can really just bring out your own uniqueness, your own style. I think I'm going to put some red, Lapsol red, with that. Sometimes the colour works, sometimes it doesn't, but you don't know until you try. So let's see what happens. Yes, Chrissy, it is very rewarding. Yes, it was fun. You know, I didn't sell a lot, but I got a few contacts to give extra classes more permanently. But just basic ones. I don't take a lot of people one-on-one for a very long time. As I said, I want them to develop their own style, you know? Their own ideas, and not just do what I do. So, I like this red. Yes, no. Every market or every exhibition you go to, that's basically what I go out, is to just make contacts, either with different artists or with people. Let's put some. It's Napsal Red. It's called Napsal Red. This is actually a cheaper make that I got, because this specific red I in that make. Zalcol. I don't know if you know it. Thanks. I normally battle with alizarin crimson, because I've heard many ways to say it, so I'm not always sure. Sorry about the bumping now and then. Alizarin crimson, and in the beginning I really did not know how to say phthalo blue, no, because the spelling is quite atrocious. But yeah, and I think what we say differently as well is cerulean blue. I'm not sure how you guys say it. Yeah, it looks very yellow there, but it's actually like a bright green. And even on my screen it looks yellow, but it's actually a bright green. But like a greenish yellow, yellowish green. But it's nice. Oh yes, what you guys always say about butties being sandwiches. Butties, and if I would translate it Afrikaans, it would be boetie, you know, and that's my brother. And here by us, we call basically sandwiches or samis, or just if you do toasties, like toasted sandwiches, we like our toasties. But it's not really, I've never heard butties. Yeah, it does, kind of, but in my light, it's just slightly greener than cadmium yellow. But it's weird how different words in different places, even if it's the same word, can sell me as well. Thank you. I think I'm going to bring red in here more, just to bring in the whole painting and all the colors. And maybe put some, the purple as well. Do you guys speak any other languages? Or is it just, well, Lau, I think you probably speak a second language, or actually your first language. Yeah, my boetie is my brother. Persian or Farsi, yeah? Clever. I try to learn different languages, but I can basically say hello, goodbye, or I don't know, or speak slower in a few, but not a lot. And in South Africa, we've got 9 official languages, and I can speak 2 of them. I'm learning 2 other ones slowly. Chip butty, jam butty, on a what? I don't know what you're talking about there. Well, they should also listen to our, some of our native languages, like the Khoisan. At the moment, I'm trying to learn Zulu and Sepedi. Sepedi is quite difficult as well. I actually... Oh, on and on, like so on. Okay. Oh, Chrissy. Because we lived in Natal when I was very young. Yes, it's like Arabic. It also is from right to left. Or, yeah. When I was growing up in Natal, my first language was actually Zulu, but then we moved to a different, it's called Gauteng now, but not actually in Mpumalanga and Gauteng, but then at that stage it was called Transvaal. And we moved there and basically started just speaking English and Afrikaans. So now I have to relearn Zulu. Italian as well. Yeah, me too. This is almost like a blanket that our native ladies wear. I'd get confused with the right to left. My son's actually got some books, just to be weird. It's in English, but you read it from the back to the front. Well, that is actually quite daunting, because then you forget which way must you go. Still need some more paint. I'll see. It's getting there. And unfortunately, you do waste a lot of money, a lot of paint on this. It's palette knife. So tell me an interesting story about your lives. I would like to know a bit more about you guys. How many siblings have you got? Or something like that. I know, but I have to. Otherwise the color really mixes. You don't mind it mixing on the canvas, but if I go over too much, then the paint goes muddy. So you have to keep on wiping. Unfortunately. I want some turquoise. What is that, Lael? What's the most interesting? One daughter, age 27, and a granddaughter, age 8. That's Chrissy. Oh, that's so sweet. How long have you been married? Are you still married? Sure you guys are. Ah, when did you do that, Lael? What year did you go to USA? And was it a difficult procedure? Was it? Did you have to leave a lot of your family behind? Eight years ago. A long existing husband, 29 years of marriage. That's good. It's good to find couples that stay long or stay together that long. Okay, so now what am I going to do with this person? I wonder if I'm going to leave her. Oh, shame. Yes, South Africans, we do say oh, shame a lot. So it is one of the things. And we say yep for yes. So it sounds like we telling a horse to giddy up or something, but we say yep for yes. And if something's very nice, it's also lekker. Lekker man. And that can mean so many different things actually. You had a lekker party, you had a lekker braai. Oh, it's good to have a husband that's your friend as well. Really. Now this year I've been married for 23 years. And it feels like only yesterday we got married. Oh, that's good, Chrissy. It's good that your husband, that you can share everything with him. Yeah, mine too. He's also my biggest supporter. What do you guys think? Must I leave the figure more purple? Don't know, I'm not too sure about it. Let's see. When I look at this painting, I actually get a feeling more of determination. No, I don't know why. Not sadness or anything, but determination. I will face the day. I will keep on going. No? Don't know what you guys see. Yeah, the orange would work as well. I'll do that. Maybe I'll bring the orange in with a palette knife. Just for some depth. I like. Yeah, me too. I also see strength. That's. You know what? I think I'm going to. I like a traditional hat on her maybe. That would look awesome. I'll just see here if it's going to work or not. Or one of the traditional type of hats. Maybe the duck. Yeah, that could also. This traditional hat would go like this. And up there. Could do that. How is the streaming tonight? Is it better? Or is it buffering a lot again? Thank you, Chrissy. Still a while to go, but oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm just going to look for another one. Oh. Feels like the personal figure lost attachment to the world or life, but he's still looking at the better life, brighter days. Yes. That could also be. What orange am I going to use? Let's see what I've got here. Because then I'll bring the orange down here as well. Hello, orange. I want a very bright orange. Let's see. What could work? A bit of cadmium orange. Let's see. I'm going to repeat the orange later in the face as well. That's cadmium. Is it cadmium? Cadmium orange hue. Thanks, guys. Oh, it's coming together slowly. The orange and the turquoise actually works very nice together. Just get more bright spots there. Yeah, I do like it. I need some more blue. Just blue here. This is now some Daler-Rowney. That's when the funds are a bit low. But it's still a good painter as well. So I know a lot of people don't like mixing brands and that, but you do what you got to do when you do palette knife. This is just phthalo blue for some depth. Yeah. It's, to me, it's a she, because I am putting her in a bit more of a traditional garb here, you know, with I think a lot like the Bear woman, not sure. Yes, a she. So I'm putting the traditional hat here, one of the traditional hats. And then I will later bring in the other colors into the face as well. But this is how this one turned out. I don't always know where a painting's going to go. Well, most of the times I don't know. I just see how I feel and what the paint does. You know? And then I get like halfway, I do know exactly how I want it to turn out. Hi, tribal artist. Welcome to the channel. I hope I don't bore you excessively. Thank you. Do you know what? Palette knife actually makes shading very easy, because you get wonderful blends out of the colors. Thank you, Chrissy. What time's it there, bye, guys? Let's see. I think there must be a few more highlights. Just that stands out a bit more. Thank you, Lil. Okay, let's see the face of it. My husband likes it when I actually oh, it's still early afternoon by you now. Yeah. No, it's now 11 o'clock in the evening by us. But it's basically the only time that my house is actually quiet. Well, my kids aren't noisy, my husband's noisy, not noisy, but it's the dogs, the people around us and that. So this time of the night, it's nice and quiet. During the day, somebody's working somewhere. 6:33. Evening, they're tribal. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. I will give you guys some shout outs as well. PMS. Okay. It sounded like I said PMS now. Not PMS, but PM. Yes. Yeah. The thing is, normally when I paint, I do tend to just block off everything. Thank you, Tribal. What is your name? I forgot now. Tribal. Matt. Thanks for coming over, Matt. Ah, I am terrible with names. Do you know what? The other day I was actually talking to one of my friends. It's been my friend for, I don't know, something like 10 years. And all of a sudden I couldn't remember her name. And that was terrible. But yeah, my husband likes it when I do more kind of realistic eyes in the faces, but with this one I think not. I'm just going to keep it dark. It's terrible when you like, you know, it's terrible when you know people and you've known them for years, but it's as if the name just slips. The length of this, how long? It's the length of this video. So from when I started to now, it's 51 minutes. Thanks, Lau. Let's see here. I want some. Oh no, it's not dry. It's probably going to take a month to dry. I paint wet on wet, but the thing is, I do like to finish something when I start it because I paint how I feel. So if I had to leave this a few days, first of all, if I came back, I would actually ruin it because some parts would be kind of dry on top, but not underneath, and if whenever you start painting over it again, it would just like it would just look crap because the paint would just like I don't know what's the word, peel off. So yeah, I've had paintings that took up to a year to dry. Yeah, flake, that's the word. It flakes off. You know, when you think in Afrikaans and English at the same time, it gets a bit difficult sometimes because we tend to use both languages when we speak. Thank you. And yes, and some of my paintings are very, very thick. I'm going to do, like with a face, a mixture of palette knife and brush. I was thinking about something, Lau, something that you said on your video this afternoon. You said that I don't mind showing what I do when I paint. Do you know how much flack I've had from artists in these parts because I've got a YouTube channel? Because apparently you must keep your secrets to yourself or things like that. And people are going to copy you and they're going to paint what you do. Do you know what? If you can copy what I do, you're amazing, because I don't make things the same ever. You know, I don't repeat a painting. I could maybe repeat an idea, but it'll always look different. So if anybody can copy this, then they're genius. You know? And I think with palette knife, it also makes it a bit difficult because you have to do the exact same strokes. So, I don't know. And I've had people ask me if they can paint what I did. And I don't mind. It's like, try it and show me what you did. And you can see it's my idea, but it never looks the way mine looks. And why would I not? I am proud of my work. I try and find people that do the same thing. I don't, especially my shattered faces, I haven't found people that paint that way. So yes, if I can influence people and start a new way of painting, oh, it would be awesome. The thing is with acrylics, even though you thicken it, it doesn't leave the sharp edges that I like, you know? That's why I don't do acrylic. And, well, I don't know the newer acrylics now. I don't know the better quality now. But what I've found is that they tend to lose color. Maybe in that way I'm a traditionalist, I don't know. Because I do love the whale. Just the way it squishes onto the canvas with a palette knife is awesome. No color shift, okay. Yeah, I get eczema on my hands now and then because of all the turpentine on that. Do get rashes. I have tried the water-soluble oil paints, but sometimes they're nice to use, but sometimes they're a bit runny. I just stick to some watercolor. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people don't like to show what they do. But why not? Why not show what you do? Yeah, I can't paint with watercolor to save my life. That's one thing. I'm in awe of people that can paint with watercolor. No, I don't hold back. I have done that. Oh, now she looks very angry with it. Yeah, I think I'll just take that off. That's a nice thing with oil paint. If you don't like something, you scrape it off. Acrylic tends to dry very... Yeah, I have, with autocorrect, I have gotten into so much trouble, especially between the Afrikaans and English ones. Sometimes you swear at people on WhatsApp or on Telegram. Oh, it's horrible. And you feel so guilty afterwards, and it's like on the autocorrect. And I say, yeah, sure. Yeah, I've always been kind of a rebel. Not always a good thing. And wait, how long does your acrylic take to dry then? Do you put something in to prolong the drying time? No, but that's what we have to do. Otherwise life would be very, very boring, Matt. We have to break the boundaries. We have to try new things. Alright. Okay, Chrissy. With a medium you put in, it takes longer to dry. Okay. Yeah, I get that feeling here as well, the tribal. Do you know what? And my style of art is actually very difficult to sell in my direct area because people tend to like impressionistic art more, and it has to be something like either the big five or mountains and little farmhouses and things like that. So not a lot of people here understand my art. Or the way I do things. But that's okay. As long as I enjoy it, huh? But slowly I'm building up a fan base. And I've had some very good customers as well. At least I can do it full time, so that's okay. And I've got a very supportive husband in this. If I go to markets and things, the outdoor markets, then he'll go with me and he'll sit the whole day. It's very boring for him, but he'll sit with me and help me. Thank you, Chrissy. Ah, Leo. You show some of the other paintings as well, Chrissy. Even if it takes longer videos, it's okay. You've seen how long some of my videos are. And I know everybody doesn't watch that, but it's for some people who would like to see what you do, yeah? That's why I do the time lapse as well as the real time. Okay, something else now. Let's see. I need a bit of this. Please do, Chrissy. Of course they'll watch. I think you said oh, you see a mother, yes. It could be. Like Chrissy, I think you said in one video, I'm sure it was you, that sometimes people do the time-lapse videos too fast. And there are people that would want to see exactly what you do, step by step. Oh, I'm messing up the nose here now. Let's see. Well, oh, I've been to workshops where people moaned at me about the way I use a palette knife because I'm self-taught in palette knife. Nobody showed me how to do it. But it's like, if you can do it, why not? If you can do it in this way and it gives an effect, why not do it that way? Ooh, crap. This nose is not working now. Now I'm getting a big fat nose. I don't want that. No, I don't do prints of my paintings. I do just original paintings. Because of the price I asked, number one, in South Africa it's not the most expensive paintings, but it is a bit expensive here for the normal market. Well, also depends on where you go. Some say it's expensive, some say it isn't. I do like the uniqueness of it. So if somebody buys it, only they have it. I keep the copyright to the image, but if I sold a painting to somebody, I wouldn't make a copy. To do something like prints, it would be paintings that I keep and not paintings that I've sold. And that makes it difficult because I've had some places in America and people overseas now in England and that they wanted to buy, but the delivery costs is most of the time more expensive than my painting. So yeah, that's what's keeping me back. Oh, that would be wonderful. You must just get some contacts there. One of my friends actually, she was at an exhibition, she and her husband, they're in New York. I think it was March that they went. And they enjoyed it, and they might be going back there in September again. I was so jealous. I said, oh, I also want to go. But it cost a lot. I know, Chris, you get a passport. One day, we'll all make enough money out of our arts and then we can get together. I think it was by the Harlem Arts Festival. So, it was good. I think that was the name. Oh, this nose is just not working with me today. Oh, I missed that conversation part now. Oh, that would be great, Chrissy. $500 in Indiana. Eesh. Now it's starting to look like a witch's nose. Oh my word. Not right. Let's see if I can just... Why that price difference? Just because it's New York? Wow. Oh, we really have to make a plan to go to New York then, really. Oh, I'm trying to fix what is going on here. Well, that's the thing. I've always said that my market would be mostly overseas. But it's to get somebody to take the chance to invest in you, you know? To help you get there, do the things, because I'm sorry, it's too expensive to do it on my own. Art capitals of the world. Ah, yes. Do you think Brits would go for very bright paintings like mine? Yes, we all do need sponsors now, because it's just... Oh dear, what am I doing here? But it would be great anyway if we all could get together. That would be so super. Something's wrong with his face. Something needs to change. Not liking it at the moment. Huh. I would not think. But I've got a lot of family actually there in England. They've immigrated. Hi Ben, how are you? Come see what I'm up to. Yeah, I'm messing this face at the moment, messing it up. Because she's looking more fierce at the time. The whole time she's looking a bit more fierce than what she should. Where's that purple? Really, really, really. New York, Paris, Los Angeles, London. Oh, that would be awesome. But can you imagine how much that would cost, especially transporting all of the art? I know my friend's husband, he does sculptures and things. Just to get his sculptures over to New York, I don't know how much it's in dollars, but it costs around about 120,000 rand. So, yeah, that is one of the biggest downfalls. No, I am really, really, really. But it would be great. Oh, we could ask the Queen. When we went on our trip to London, I laughed so much at my husband because when we walked there to Buckingham Palace, he goes to the gate and he starts yelling. Now was in the winter. Luckily, there was not really a lot of people. He says, "Hey, auntie, when are you going to open up the gate so we can come and have some tea?" I was like, "Oh, just keep quiet." But yeah, well, I loved London. I don't think everybody does, but I loved it. The old and the new together. The architecture. My poor husband, he ended up in a hospital there with kidney stones on our holiday, so that wasn't fun. I felt sorry for him there. Now she's looking like she's getting a moustache. Oh, yeah, there's hair. We went there over Christmas time and it was awesome and I'd so want to go back. The thing is, my dad's dad was born in England and my mom's grandfather was born in Ireland. So, and my dad's dad actually came over with one of the wars, and then he married my grandma, like my grandpa. Well, I never met him. He died just after my brother was born. But he married a South African girl, and then they didn't want to allow him to bring her back to England. And that's when he decided to stay. Galway Bay. I actually did a painting. Somebody sent me a photo of Galway Bay. And I did a painting of it. Yes, it does. I do that a lot in my painting, the African spirit, because I am from Africa, and I love South Africa. Thank you, Lel. And Chrissy. I need to do something there. Maybe I must go lighter, maybe lighter there. Yeah. But I would love to go to England. My son would love to go to America. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's so long. Really. Bye, Matt. My son just wants to go to America because we want to do like a road trip. That would be fun. So, a heat wave. I watched the royal wedding, my daughter and I. Yeah, we do like it. And I saw it was nice and sunny, and it was like, people are going to get sunburned. Because when you guys experience a heat wave, for us it's like a no, that's still cold. Oh, well, she can always rewatch it and just. I didn't actually plan this video to be so long, but I'm almost done. I'll probably just do a few touch-ups off camera and then I'll post the photo. Putting up some small highlights and things. Oh, that was too much. But I'm sure she's enjoying the visit with her family, so. The sunburn. Thank you. She's almost done, I think. A red berry. Oh, shame. When my husband tans, he goes actually very dark, and my daughter's like that as well. They tan a very nice bronzy dark color. My son goes pink and I go like an in-between. Eventually I'll go brown, but I don't keep it for very long. I think so. I like playing around with the colors, just breaking up solid colors. I must bring some of the orange in there as well, just to bind the whole painting. I've got a market on Sunday now as well, and I have to send. Oh, uncomfortable, itchy and dry. Oh, shame, Lyle. Well, I tend to stay out of the sun in any case now as well. No. Which is a bit difficult in South Africa because it can get nice and sunny, yeah. Indeed. The person does need the sun. Not too much though. No. On tablets full. Oh, sorry about that, Chrissy. I'm at the moment on a lot of medication as well. Not nice. Really not nice. Just bringing in some of the orange, reflecting it. Oh dear. Have you been tested for arthritis and things like that, Chrissy? My mom's got rheumatoid arthritis. She battles a lot with her joints. No, that's not the right color for there. I just want to take the dark green. And my husband's like that as well. He turns very quickly. So, what do you guys think? What does this painting need? Is there anything more? A little bit more definition on the face, maybe? Got some blue here. Oh dear. Let's see. It's an D. Thank you, Chrissy. Thanks, Lyle. I think this is one of the things I like do the most in my paintings. I do like my lines. Let's see. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I think I'll sleep on it and see if I want to change something tomorrow. But at the moment, I'm kind of happy with it. Just put some spots of color here and there. And I must say, you guys, thank you so much for supporting me. And when I watch your videos, I actually learn a lot from you guys. I don't think we ever stop learning. And it's when we say that we know everything, that's when we're actually in trouble, you know? And thank you for showing me what you guys do and for including me in the group, in your friendship. It really does mean a lot to me to speak to other artists and, you know, just share ideas and share stories. And I love you guys as well a lot. Even though we've known each other a very short time, it feels like we've been friends forever. And that's a great feeling. So, I think for now, yes, we've clicked. Oh, thank you, Lyle. Thank you for being my friend and actually giving me the push to do a live video, because otherwise I would not have done it. But seeing how you enjoyed it and how comfortable you were about it, that actually gave me that final push to just try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But thanks to you. So. And Chrissy, when you spoke on your videos as well, because I normally don't like my voice when I record it. Even when I was in the band and that, I wouldn't listen to how I sounded. But yeah, I'm getting used to it now, slowly but surely. So let's see if we can just, So thank you guys, thanks for everybody that watched. I think I'm going to call it tonight, so you guys can also go rest. And let's just see if I can get myself in the picture here. There I am. Do you hate your voice, Chrissy? I think it's because we hear it differently, you know, the way it sounds in our head, because we've got whatever the ears do and whatever, it sounds different. Yes, here I am. Oh, I don't even like looking at myself on the video either. But thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to say good night. Sleep tight. No, you don't sound common. I think you've got a very classy accent. So I've got a real South African accent. Love you guys too. Okay. Good night. Bye-bye. Nighty night. And thanks for watching once again. Love you guys.